911, what city, please?
Hello, this is Ryder with Badger Towing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just met a guy at the gas station about an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he just tried to kill me in my own shop at Badger Towing at Beggar Road. And I shot him with my shotgun.
Okay, let me get you...
If you could get here as soon as possible, I've tried to save him, but he's not making it.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Tell me exactly what happened. Sir, can you tell me exactly what happened? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Tell me exactly what happened.
I can't. Look, he started choking me out, like, out of nowhere. And then he attacked me, and I grabbed it.
Okay, are you with him now?
Yeah, he's bleeding out right now, sir. Like, if anyone could be here right now.
The date is November the 14th of 2019. Ryder Allen Heatherly Smith has just called the police to report that he has shot a man with his father's shotgun. When the authorities arrive, Ryder tells the police that a man, later identified as 24-year-old Peter Horace Wright, broke into his father's garage and attacked him. Ryder would be forced to retrieve his father's gun for self-defense, using it to shoot Horace Wright several times. But when the police sit down and speak with Ryder, the story will quickly morph into a completely different tale.
On record, current time is 0800 hours. Going to talk to Ryder. How's it going, man?
It's going, man.
You mind sitting over here for me? Ryder?
Yeah.
Malik Jones, investigative state troopers.
Nice to meet you.
Hey,
I've met you before.
Yeah, towed a few cars and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you a bunch of times out there working for, Hey, Ryder, can you tell me your full name, please?
Ryder Allen Heatherly Smith.
All right. Just so you know, I might be taking some notes while we're talking. It doesn't mean I'm ignoring you or anything like that. I just want to just make sure I gather some stuff, okay? You are over here at State Trooper Post. There's something that happened tonight, so I am going to read you your rights. I just want to make sure you understand all of your rights, okay?
The rights are read.
Do you understand each and every one of those rights I just read to you? Can you just tell me yes or no? I got my recorder on, just so you know. Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me about this?
Yeah, am I being arrested?
No, you're over here. You're not under arrest.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure you understand your rights.
I do.
Right? You have any questions about any of your rights right now?
I'm just like, after all that happened, I'm still shook.
Okay, so that's the reason why I want to talk to you. I want to ask you what happened, all right? I want you to tell me what happened because I don't know. I just got a little bit of information that something bad happened
I mean,
tonight.
you guys can check my cameras. I have cameras.
Okay.
But I left the Tesoro on Davis, and he was like following me to my place, and he was like, I live over by Van Horn Pegger, and I live at my shop. Like, my dad has me stay there because we got broken into, so my dad has me stay there. And we went to his house, but he was a little sketchy about where he lived exactly. But we pulled up, like, not by Alaska, like, it was by Alaska Blooms, that weed store on the corner there. But it was on the back side, like on the other side of the street.
Okay.
And he had me park behind there first. And he was like, look, we can chill here. And I was like, nah, dude, I got a shop. I got a place right there. Like, I'm not going to sit in my truck, dude. And he was like, okay, yeah, we can go there. And I was like, yeah, I got my puppies there. Like, I'd rather check on my pups. And so I let him in. We go inside. You know, everything's chill. And then he brings in 2 beers. I never even had this beer before. It was really strong. It had like whiskey. It had a lot of shit in it. It was brown. And it was called The Club.
The Club?
The Club. It was a brown like can called The Club. And he had it. And he gave me 2 of them, so I drank 2 of them. And he drank 2. But he just started talking about like his kid and all this stuff. Because the reason why I even talked to him at the gas station was because I was going through a rough time. You know, like I went out before even going to Tesoro. Like I went out because my brother Kaitlin, he works at the 12 Mile bar. And I went there, you know, just to enjoy my time, to see my brother. But I work in town. So I only stayed for a beer. You know, I waited my hour, and then my brother was like, look, you need to get back to town, man, because you work. So I was like, all right, I'll leave. So I left. That's when I met up with that guy at the Tesoro.
Okay, so I don't know who that guy is. Can you tell me his name?
I just met him today.
Do you know his first name, last name?
No, like I think his first name started with a K. But, like, literally, I just met this guy today. Okay. And he tried to fucking strangle me in my own place, like...
Where'd you meet him at?
At the Tesoro.
Which Tesoro?
On Davis. On Pegger and Davis.
Okay. What kind of car was he in?
A white car that was in front of my shop.
You're pretty good with cars, man. You told me.
Yeah.
Tell me what kind of car.
Honestly, it had to be a Toyota Camry... what I believe, or it was a Kia.
Okay.
I didn't even really look at his car. Like, I didn't care about his car or anything. He came to me as an honest guy. He was like, look, we can go to my place, we could drink and have a good time. That's what he said to me at Tesoro.
All right, so I'm going to need you to kind of just take it one step at a time for me, because you just show up at Tesoro, right?
I just show up at Tesoro.
Or you want to buy get gas or something else?
No, I went in and just bought cigarettes.
Okay.
I just bought cigarettes and some candy.
And this other
But
guy...
I'm breaking down, like I'm crying while I walk in there. Because the only reason I go to 12 Mile when my brother works, Kaitlin, he's not like my real brother or anything. I've known him since he was in high school. Since we were in high school. He's a year older than me. But he works there. And there's an army chick that goes there all the time. Her name's Brandy. But I only go there for Brandy. And because I have the most respect for her. And I'd never want to see her do wrong or drink and drive, you know, because I go on DUI forfeitures. I know how it goes. So, like, I never want to see her mess up or her career, you know? But my brother, he was like, you gotta leave, blah, blah. Honestly, I wish I would have
Did
stayed.
something happen at the bar where your brother wanted you to leave?
No. He wanted me to leave because he didn't want me to get in trouble with my dad. Because I was supposed to be on call tonight.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know, I'm on call, but I'm only going to have a beer, and that's it.
So how much did you actually drink over at the bar out there?
I only had 1 beer. So my brother only gives me 1 beer. He actually makes me wait like an hour and 30 minutes. And then I start my truck. I let it warm up for like a whole hour. And then I leave.
What kind of beer did you have?
Budweiser.
Budweiser. All right.
But, like, I wasn't even, like, tipsy or anything when I met this guy. But when we got to my place...
Well, hold on. So, you leave the bar. You go to the gas station, Tesoro and Pegger and Davis.
And the bar is the 12 Mile.
12 Mile bar. Right there.
This is North Pole.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you walking into this Tesoro.
Yeah.
You telling me you're emotional.
Yeah, I am. I'm very emotional.
All right. So, take it from there. You get to the Tesoro.
Yeah, I'm actually crying. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys could pull the cameras there.
Okay.
But I'm actually crying in the gas station.
Why? Why are you crying?
Over Brandy. Like she was just being irresponsible.
Okay.
And it got to me. So I was crying, you know, I was like, you know, I kind of know how this town is now. Like, if no one truly knows you, you're going to get judged off your characteristics of how you look, how you dress.
Let me ask you this. What was she doing that was so irresponsible that it just caused you to be that upset?
I would say that a lot of guys go there and, like, they're not real gentlemen, you know, but they're old. They gotta be, like, in their 50s, you know? There's old-timers that go there, enjoy their time. And they hit on young chicks, you know?
What's Brandy's last name?
Davis.
Brandy Davis. Is this a girlfriend of yours? Or?
No. Like, I actually, when my brother was working the bar about, like, a week ago, she broke down, like, real hard, and she was talking about how she was in the war and shit. And, like, my dad, he's been in war, so I know how that is. But I was just holding her that week, like, that whole week.
You guys been, like, together at all? Is this, like, you guys been intimate at all or anything like that? So it's just somebody you know?
I just met, like, really.
All right. You kind of into her?
Yeah, really. Like, she's got her shit together, you know, she's in the Army.
So you're at Tesoro, you're upset.
And then he's like, look, man, I want to hang out.
Was this inside Tesoro or outside?
Yeah, inside.
All right. Were you guys standing over by the cash registers?
Yeah. And there's the guy, he wears glasses, he's a little chunky. He's always there. He was there, and he actually joined in on our conversation for a minute. But I was like, I'm just going to take my Camel Wides, and I'm going to leave. And so I got my Camel Wides, and I walked out the bar, and I was like, hey, you guys have a good day, you know, be safe out there tonight. And the guy comes out, and he says, hey, man, look, I got a place right down the road. We can go there. You know, honestly, when we got to his place where there wasn't shit, on the other side of Alaska Blooms on that street, when we pulled up, and there's that blue building there, and then you got this other building to the right, it looks so, because I know those two places, they're businesses.
So where exactly is Alaska Blooms?
Alaska Blooms is literally that building right there on the corner of Pegger and Van Horn.
Pegger and Van Horn. Okay.
That big building right there with the huge bays. But we were on the other side of that street, behind there.
So are you actually on Pegger? Or are you actually
No. Like, right as we were coming down Pegger and hit Van Horn, we could have kept straight to my shop. You know what I meant? But instead of keeping straight to my shop or taking that right to go to Alaska Blooms right there, we turned right on Van Horn.
Okay.
Right before we hit Van Horn. So we turned right on Van Horn on Pegger.
Okay.
And then right when we turned right, it was that immediate left.
Okay.
And right there is like right behind Blooms. And then there's these two buildings. And like I only see them drive like heavyweight material vehicles. You know what I mean? Like forklifts. Huge like dump trucks, freaking bucket loaders. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this.
So when we got there though,
Hold
like
on a second. When you leave Tesoro, are you guys in the car together or are you following
no.
him?
He told me to follow him.
Okay.
So I'm actually following him in my truck.
Which truck are you driving?
The Chevy Silverado that was in the center bay.
What color is it?
Gray. So I pulled up in the center bay, where I always pull up. And that's where he was on the other side of the truck.
So you follow him down to Van Horn.
And then I take that right, and then we take that immediate left. And I'm like, yo, this is not a place where you come to rent out a place. Like, people work here. This is a business. And so he was like, yeah, we could just chill right here. Like, I don't know if he wanted to smoke or drink in his car or whatever. Like, I had no idea what his intentions were. So I was like, look, my place is right down the road. Legit. We could go there. I want to be in a warm shop. I'm not going to stand outside, dude.
What time was this?
It's 8:13 now, so it'd
time?
be like 12.
When you say 12, you're talking midnight?
Like 12 midnight. It wasn't even 1. Nah. It had to be 1. Like 3? Had to be 3.
So you got 12 midnight, you got 1, you got 3 midnight.
No, it was 3.
Okay, so what time were you actually at Tesoro? What time would you say you were actually at Tesoro when you hooked up with this guy?
Like I said, I was in an emotional state. I don't even have my cell phone. Like, so much shit went down tonight.
Do you have any idea what time you left the bar? 12 now?
No, I actually lost my phone. And my brother was like, that's why you need to go. But I lost my phone. I actually think it got stolen. He does too.
Did you lose your phone tonight?
Yeah, I did, which sucks. And that's why, like, I couldn't even get a hold of anyone when this dude was losing shit in my shop. Like, I didn't know what to do. I only had my work phone on me. And that's what I did. I called my father, but I used the regular shop phone to call my dad. Because I was like, we were over by the 12-gallon barrel. And when I shot the first round...
Alright, so Ryder, check this out, man. I don't know everything that happened, alright?
Right.
So that's why I'm just asking you, just kind of go like in order. Like, just tell me how the night went.
Alright.
Alright, so you
can
guys are driving, you turn on the van horn, do you make that immediate left, right?
Yeah, and then he just chills there.
Okay. And how long were you guys sitting over?
Like 10 minutes. And then I was like, this is sketchy, dude. Like, I'm going to go to my place. To my shop.
So what happens during the 10 minutes you guys are sitting over there?
He's just sitting in his car.
Did you hop in the car with him?
No, I just pull up next to him, roll my window down, and I'm smoking a cigarette with the cigarettes I just bought.
Okay.
And, like, he was just sitting there like, yeah, man, I just want to chill, but, right, like, he was so sketchy. He was like, right now, my family's in a bad spot. And I was like, what the hell? So I was like, look, I got a place down the road, like, literally right there. He was like, all right, I'll follow you. So we roll up on my place, and I got cameras, like, I can show you the cameras. And we roll up, and I pull in the bay. And right when I pull in the bay, like, we're chilling. Like, we chilled for, like, at least 2 hours before he just fucking blacked the fuck out. Like, I mean, this dude literally was talking about his fucking kid. And I'm just sitting there, like, listening, and he just, like, all I said was, he was like, look, could you sell me a vehicle? He was like, look, I just need a vehicle. Could you sell me a vehicle? I was like, look, that Chevy Silverado you see right now, like, me and my dad built that together. Like, we put money in that. But I do have a vehicle for sale. But it's going to be, like, $4,500. Like, $4,500. I just put a brand new crate motor in that bitch. 350 Vortec with a brand new transmission that Rick at Transmissions rebuilt for me for $2,000. And I told him, I was like, look, that truck, that's my high school love. Like, I had my kid in that truck. No, I love that truck. But I fell in love with my baby mama in that truck. And I was like, dude, look, I'll give you that truck for $4,500. But right when I said the price, like, $4,500 hit him hard. And he lunged at me hard as fucking my dad keeps his shotgun right there by the door. And like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even supposed to have a gun or anything because of what I'm going through with my ex about this fucking restraining order. And she tried to get me in jail because of that, because she had my Facebook information and sent a message off my account to her account, you know what I'm saying? So I almost went to jail for that. And so, like, for this just to all happen like that, like, all tonight, it kind of blew my world. Like, I ain't out to seek to hurt no one. I am not looking to kill no one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy. But when he came at me, man, it was like instinct. Like, I like, and when he was choking me, like, I let him choke me for a good minute, man. Like, I ain't no bitch, man. I ain't gonna bring no weapon to no fight, man. But, like, he's bigger than me, and he just started racking me in the head, man. And I got up, like, I hit him once in the face, and he kind of just backed up against my truck, and I took off. I took off, and I grabbed the shotgun, and he actually stood there for a minute. I didn't even aim at him or anything. I had the safety on. And I was like, dude, just leave, man. Please just leave. And then he just lunged at me again, like we were wrestling for the gun for a minute, man, for a minute. And like, it was either he was gonna shoot me with my own dad's gun, man, or I just, like, I had it like this, and we were kind of pushing it back and forth, you know, the gun. And he like lunged down to like kind of take me down at the same time. But the gun was like this, and the barrel was pointing like towards his leg. And I just hit that safety off, man. And I gave him 2 shots. It was like boom, boom. And it scared the fuck out of me, honestly. Like it scared the shit out of me. I jumped up after it. He was like, oh. And I immediately called the police. I pushed on his chest. Dude's eyes were already rolled back, man. Like, his guts were like, I never had to do no shit, you know, to protect myself. But at that time of impact, of like the decisions you gotta make to stay alive, man, like, that's what was hard. Cause I tried everything to get him to wake up, man. And that was after I already made the phone call.
So what did you shoot him with? What kind of gun was it?
It was my dad's 12 gauge.
What does it look like?
It looks like a semi-automatic. And it is a semi-automatic shotgun.
So you didn't have to rack it or anything?
Nah, I just boop, boop. But I shot him 3 times. Cause honestly, it happened so fast, man. When he was shoving the gun towards me and I clicked it off safety, that's when he already had his. And this is already after he choked me out. We've been wrestling around for like 30 minutes already. Like all over my truck, all over the shop. And then you can see my footprints all over the shop after I did the first 2 shots. And then the last shot was when he was holding on to me still. And he was like, you motherfucker. Ah. And I was like, just let go of me, dude. Let go. And he would not let go. So I gave him that 3rd one. And that's when he just let the fuck go, yo. He was like, all right. And he let go. And I stood up. And like that 3rd one is what blew that fucking oil everywhere. It hit my fucking 12-gallon barrel of used oil. And like like that's how I actually got my arm relocated, is because I slipped in the oil and I fell down and like I tried to catch myself and my arm just popped right back in place. And I stood up and I was like, holy shit, and I just grabbed my shop phone and I dialed 911. Like
So you guys are wrestling around with the gun, right?
Yeah.
Are you standing up or are
Yeah.
you guys on the ground, you know, wrestling?
Well, see, before I even grabbed the gun for my safety, you know, because I told him, I was like, he was not leaving. He was not leaving. For some reason, this man thought he had to stay in my shop. When he could have left, I gave him multiple chances to leave. And he would not leave. I ain't never want to take no one's life. And this will scar me for the rest of my life. And I don't know why he didn't leave. I don't know.
So I don't want to assume stuff. So you guys get over to the shop, right? Did you pull your truck inside the shop?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been over there, so I don't know what it looks like.
Right.
Where's his car at?
His car is right behind my truck, like in front of the center bay, which is my truck's pulled in. So I couldn't even back out or leave or anything if I wanted to, because his car was like right there, like by the corner of my truck.
But outside the bay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm in the bay.
And you guys are in there. You said you're chilling for like 2 hours, right?
Like it had to be 2 hours. Because
So
like...
What happened during the 2 hours?
Nothing, we were just talking about his life.
Is there a table in there, a couch, something else?
No. I just got my trucks in there, my tow trucks, and then I got a radio system. That's it. And I got a little couch, but we didn't even sit on it. Like we were just sitting there, around my truck, just bullshitting.
About what kind of stuff?
Just about his kid.
All right.
And that's all he mentioned was his kid, and that's it. Like I just met this man tonight.
What are you doing in 2 hours? I mean, you talking? What else is going on?
That's it. We're just talking,
smoking, drinking.
No, like he brought out the 2 club drinks I told you about.
Okay.
So he had 4 of those. He had 2. I had 2.
Y'all drink these at the shop?
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna drink and drive. I was like, I already risked that by leaving 12 Mile, and I don't even like doing that, even with 1 beer, waiting my hours. Because I know how important my business is to my father.
What else did you guys drink? You drink any whiskey or anything like that?
No, that's what I'm saying. That club drink that he had has whiskey in it. And, like, by the second drink, I wasn't even buzzed, yo. I wasn't even buzzed. He just, like, we literally took our time drinking those 2 beers he had. Slow.
Did you finish your 2 beers?
I didn't even finish the second one.
You didn't. How much would you say you drank of the second one?
I drank a little bit of the first one, didn't even finish the first one, and I started throwing up.
So the second one is still not even open yet?
Not even open.
All right. So you're throwing up while he's there?
Yeah.
All right.
And I actually opened the bay, like, you could probably see it on my cameras. And I opened the bay for a minute. And I'm just, like, you kind of see me throwing up. I'm like, ugh. And he comes over and he pats me on the back. He's like, oh, dude, you'll be fine. Blah, blah. But, like, I don't know. He was already getting touchy. And he was, like, pushing me as I was throwing up. Like, he was like, you'll be fine.
What was his demeanor like? Was he drunk or?
Nah.
He was?
No, he had good intentions.
Okay.
He had good intentions.
Tell me what that means. I don't want to...
Look, he came to me like, I want a job, I want to work, dude, I want to make money. And then out of nowhere, like, it was like a light switch, man. Just like that. I don't know if he's on drugs, whatever the hell. But it was like that.
And this is after 2 hours.
Like, of us just chilling, and I just, like, kind of got to know him, about him and his kid. And the only reason I'm having this conversation with him is because I'm already kind of hurt. You know, I'm sitting there thinking about my own kid and shit, and he's coming to me about his problems. And so I'm like, yo, this is good. I can let I don't have to bottle this shit up. Like, I'm going to talk about this shit. But once I brought up that, like, he was so on to buying a truck. He wanted a truck today, tonight, or tomorrow. And I know guys like him. And I was like, look, man, if you want this truck, I will show you this truck. It was in my backyard. We didn't even get to the backyard yet. Like, my yard, my lot. And he already was choking me out. Right when I mentioned the truck and I told him how much it was worth, $4,500. To me, that's how much it's worth. He already came, like, he didn't even hit me. Like, he just straight lunged at me and came for my throat. And he was holding my throat for a good, like, minute before I was like, F this, and I started swinging. But once I landed that first hit, he was already railing on me. I would have blacked out. If I would have took 3 more hits, I would have blacked out.
So where were you at in the shop when you started choking?
I was like right in front of my truck. So I shot him on the side of my truck on the right side by my tow truck, my wrecker. But we started out in front of my truck when he was choking me out, but when I hit him and he went up against my truck, I went to my side door there where my dad keeps his shotgun. And I grabbed that shit. And I told him, I said, leave now. And he ran behind my truck. He was like, I ain't leaving. I was like, dude, leave, please, dude. Like, I was getting my ass beat, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
So when he ran behind your truck, he ran away from you?
He ran away from me, behind my truck.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, leave.
How long did this go on?
Like 2 seconds maybe until he charged after me again. And then he just grabbed, because I put the gun up like this, because I was like, dude, what the? And he just grabs it, and he's just shaking the gun back and forth. And we're just rocking the gun back and forth like this. And I just hit that switch when he got real close into me 3 times. That was it. I threw the gun. I called the police.
Is there any reason why you didn't stop after the first time you shot him?
Because he wasn't stopping.
Okay.
I think it was his adrenaline.
Where'd you shoot him at the first time?
It had to be his lower thigh, like his knee.
Okay.
But after that, I pretty much just kind of blacked out. And it was just like me or him.
And then the second time you shot him, where'd you shoot him?
Well, see, that's the thing. Right after I pulled the first trigger, I just 2 more times. Like, it wasn't, I pulled the trigger, waited a second, and shot him again. It was all 3 rounds right then and there. Like, right after the first one, he was still choking me. So I pulled it 2 more times, and that's when he dropped to the floor.
Okay.
And when he dropped to the floor, I threw the gun, I slipped on the oil, I reconnected my arm by falling on the oil. I called the police right after that. And then I got on top of him. And I tried CPR. And I pushed on his chest like 7 times over and over for him to open his fucking eyes, which they were already open. And then all I see is your guys' lights coming up to my bay. And I open the bay. And I walk out and I just... A guy that tried to kill me. And I tried to save him.
So this is what I want you to do. Just take a second to relax, right? Because I want to make sure I really, really understand this, all right? You guys are smoking and joking for 2 hours. About 2 hours.
We're not smoking.
Well, you know what I mean. BS and bullshitting, as you call it.
Yeah.
Talking about kids and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then you start talking about cars and trucks.
Yeah, he gets onto that.
Right.
Because he's like, I like your truck.
And so you're talking about selling him this truck.
Nah, he was like, can you sell me a truck?
And then you pointed out
And
which
I
truck.
said, look, I could sell you a truck.
Mm-hmm.
But I put time and money into that truck.
And how much did you want for that truck?
$4,500.
And then what happened?
Literally right after that, he lunged. He just lunged at me.
Was he choking you with one hand or 2 hands?
2 hands.
All right. Were you
I
in the
could
middle of the garage?
have been racking him in the face as he was choking me. Yeah.
Did you rack him in the face while he was choking you?
No.
Why not?
Because I was holding his arms.
Okay.
And I was like, let go. Like, this isn't the dude I just met. And I tried to tell him, I was like, why are you doing this?
Could you talk while he was choking you?
Fuck no. Until I hit him in the face that one time. And I was like, why are you doing this?
Could you breathe?
No.
How long was he choking you before he finally let go?
I would say like 6 Mississippi seconds.
6 Mississippi seconds.
Mm-hmm.
When you say 6 Mississippi, like how long of a break in between each Mississippi? Like just say it out loud.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, like straight up 6 of those.
Okay.
Like it was a good minute until I started like the corners of my eyes were fading.
Did you ever black out?
I mean, I blacked out during a wrestling match because I've been overheated. But
No, I mean tonight. Did you black out?
no, hell no.
Okay.
I knew exactly what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna live, man. I'm not gonna die in my own shop. But yeah, right after I just nipped him right in the chin just a tad bit, and he just like let go of me. That's when I broke to my truck, like to the door where the gun was, like I said.
So the part I just need you to make sure you help me understand is, you said you shot him, right? Basically, you shot him twice, and he still wasn't letting go of the gun.
No, like literally, as he was choking me, I had one hand. Like I only had one hand on the gun, and it's a pretty big gun. Like being just a semi 12 gauge, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm only holding it with one hand, and that bitch is already dislocated. Like this motherfucker was already dislocated as I'm holding the gun in my hand, as we're fighting over it, and as he's like, but he only had one hand on my throat at this time. But that's when I leaned back like this. So like I kind of, like as I had the gun right here, and we were like fighting for it at first, I kind of grabbed his head like this. And I kind of shook him down like that. And then that's when I was like, boom, boom, boom. Because all he had was just one hand. But I was already fainting.
So
I was already fainting. Like there was like probably like 3 seconds until I was just going to pass out, dude.
What kind of grip is on the shotgun?
I'm not sure.
It's like
It's not a pistol hand grip. No, it's hard to say. It's not. My mom has a pistol hand grip shotgun, so I wouldn't say it's pistol hit, but it looks like a pistol hit, but it's a little longer, just a tad.
So he's choking you out, right?
Yeah.
He's choking you out. Just stand up for a second.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding this. He's choking you out. At some point, you grab his head.
Yeah.
All right. You grab
And
his
I still
hand.
have the gun.
You still have the gun.
I still have the gun.
In which hand? Right or left hand?
My right.
Your right hand.
In my right hand.
And how did you grab him? With your left hand. Where does his head go?
Like down.
How far down?
Like just right here, kind of like towards my chest.
Okay.
And that's like so he's like this.
Okay.
Right? And I just 3, 1, 2, 3. It was literally like that, just like that. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And he just, after the first one, all he said was, ah. And I was like, I got him. But he kept going. He just kept going.
When you say kept going.
Like he kept going at me.
Okay.
And so right after that first one, boom, he kept going, boom, boom. And like, I mean, it wasn't even a second split. Like, it was all just boom, boom, boom. And that was it. Like, that was it. I threw the gun, and I called the police.
How far away did you say you threw the gun?
Well, I came over, so after I racked him 3 times, I walked around my front truck, and I was like, holy shit. And I threw the gun right next to my chainsaw case. And I threw my arms up, and I was like, holy fuck. And so as I was running to get to the cell phone, I hit that 12-gallon barrel as I was walking back around. Because I already walked in front of my truck after racking him. Threw the gun, walked all the way back around my truck. Slipped in the oil, ate shit, popped my arm back in place.
How'd your arm get dislocated?
Wrestling with him, with the gun, when me and him were pushing the gun back and forth at each other.
How many times did you call 911? You can sit down.
It was once, yeah. And they picked up immediately. And they were like, what's going on? I said, I killed someone, and I'm at my shop towing.
Did you call anybody else?
I called my dad after.
In our bonus coverage, we're going to discuss that phone call with his father. It's not quite the way he's going to describe it to the officer.
What's your dad's name?
Robert Smith.
He owned Badger Towing?
Yeah.
Who else was at the shop with you guys?
Just us.
The whole time?
The whole time. And my pups.
You got cameras in the shop?
No. I only got cameras on the outside.
Okay. Are you positive you only shot 3 times?
Only 3. He was still alive after the 3rd one. But after I called 911, he stopped breathing. And that's the only reason I got on top of him and was pushing pressure to his chest. It's because I didn't want this dude to die.
When you say pushing pressure to his chest, like what?
Like I was trying to give him CPR, man.
Okay.
I was trying to make him breathe. Like I said, I ain't after no one. I ain't got no reason to kill nobody, dude.
How long did you do CPR?
I didn't do lip to lip. Like
Compressions.
Yeah, compressions. Like 7 times before you guys showed up, before this 911 showed up. Right when I seen their lights, I got off him. I opened the bay door, and I walk out to the cop car, and I'm pointing at him like he ain't coming, you know. And the cops took it from there. They made me sit by the car. I went in the ambulance, and I won't let anyone put me under. So I remember everything from when I was in the ambulance. I remember everything from the moment I left the shop. I met 5 nurses today. That was a little excessive. But I know how you guys do things. Like, it hurts me that I had experienced this shit at 22. Like, I still had plans, man. I wanted to serve my country, man. But I already, that ain't right.
So I haven't been to the shop, man. Can you draw the shop for me?
Sure. So, I'm gonna draw the bays.
Okay.
So here's the bays, right? And then here's my office. And my room's like...
So just write office right there so I can...
Yeah, so the office is like right here, and then my room's kind of in the back that leads to the shop.
Yeah,
we didn't even...
If you do little squiggly marks, man, I'm not...
Yeah. So look, I'm about to get there.
Okay.
So, here's my room in this little section that leads to this bay. That leads to my office. My room. We didn't even go in there.
All right.
But my gun, but look,
right room right here, so I know what that is.
So, our room, writer's room, right?
Okay.
Office. So here's, for office, right here. And then here's my bays, my 3 bays. There's a curtain that covers my office from my room. My dad keeps his gun right here that leads right out to the bay.
Okay. Write gun right there so I know where the gun is, because I'm not going to remember what that is.
All right. So, like, this V is like a triangle to where the door is. But the gun's right here.
Just write out the word gun.
Alright.
Alright.
So the gun's right here. We're like, here's my truck. In the center bay
So,
truck.
yeah.
My second truck. Two truck.
Which way is your truck pointing in or out?
So my truck is pulled straight in.
Just write an arrow like inside here to show me which way your truck is pointing. All right. And which way is this truck pointing? And then what's in this over here?
That's my my flat deck, my 04 650.
Okay.
So that's my big truck.
Which way is that pointing?
They all are going the same way.
All right.
And then my snow machine on my trailer was right here.
So you guys are chilling in this shop
Yeah,
there, right?
and he starts choking me out in front of my truck, which is in this area, by my snow machine and trailer. But then we lead over here.
Draw an arrow so I know which way that's going.
So then we lead over here by my wrecker, and in between my personal truck, my business truck and my regular truck. That's when I hit him. I wasn't getting choked out no more. But I hit him, and we broke off like right around this area. And then that's when I shot straight to the gun. And I got the gun. That's when he shot behind my truck. And I told him, like, he didn't even hear me. Like, I don't even think he knew I had a gun, honestly. But I told him, I was like, look, motherfucker, you need to leave. Like, you choked me out, dude. You need to leave. You need to get off my property right now, dude. You need to leave the premises. And he said, no. He said, fuck you. And so I walk around to this side.
So when you're telling him he needs
Needs to leave.
Where are you, when he's back here, where are you standing?
I'm right here. And then I walk right here because I'm like, yo, you need to leave.
Okay.
And so this is when I'm like debating about calling my dad or not. Like at this moment.
Why don't you just call us? Why don't you just call the truck?
I was. Okay, I was. But right after I said leave, when I got to this point, he walked right around my truck. Ballsy as shit. I even have my gun right. Like, he sees that bitch in my hand. And he just comes right at me.
When he comes at you, where's the gun pointed at?
Floor. The whole time. I had the gun at the floor the whole time.
When he comes
Until he came at me again, and we were fighting for the gun. So right when he comes at me, and I'm right here, at the driver door of my truck, he comes around my bed, and then just full on, like just lunged the fuck at me, knowing I have my gun. Like.
So when he came at you, was he walking, running?
No, he was running. He like did a little sprint, yo. It was like a fucking leap. And I'm not gonna just fucking let him leap and then just rack him like some fucking savage. I'm gonna let the dude fight for what he's gotta fight for. So I had it at the ground the whole fucking time, man. Like, yeah, I could have just racked him that one time. That would have just ended him right then and there. But I had it at the floor. He wouldn't stop. Even when he was choking me, I got like some words out as he was choking me. I was like, stop.
So where was he at when you actually shot him?
So after he comes over and we're wrestling for the gun for a minute, we actually walk all the way the fuck around. Here's the 12-gallon barrel.
Well, hold on a second. So
we're wrestling for the gun.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're pushing each other back and forth. This is where like I started overpowering him. So we came all the way back around. I'm not even throwing blows. I'm not even, because I got the gun in my hand. I only got one free hand. And I already done dislocated my f***ed up arm. That's why I grabbed the gun in the first place. I couldn't even protect myself with one arm.
Okay.
So we get over here, And he starts pulling me towards him. And that's when, like, my wrestling kind of kicked in. Like, when someone's pulling me towards you, I usually kind of just go with it until I get you to where, like, I'm pushing into you, and then you push back, and then I give. So then your weight comes onto me. But when I did that, we were already at the tailgate of my truck.
All right.
And he switches me. So my back was actually facing towards the bay door.
Okay.
And that's when we were fighting for the gun. And he was basically smashing the gun on my face.
Did you guys end up against the bay door?
Yeah.
And then where'd you go from there?
Then we went to the floor for a minute.
You went to the floor.
We went to the floor. That's when I stood up. That's when his head was leaning a little bit. That's when I grabbed his head. And the gun's still down here by my crotch. Like by my thigh, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's by his leg. But it's not pointing directly at him. It's still right here. And I have him right here. And he's still got his fucking arm on my throat. I'm like 3 to 2 seconds from just passing the fuck out. Like, it's coming. Like, all I see is just black in my eyes, man. And I'm just like I'm going in and out. So I just rack him, man. Just boom, boom, boom. And then he just hits the floor. After the third shot, he hits the floor. I walk around the front of my truck. I throw the gun. I call the state troopers, 911. Say I killed a guy. He's here at my shop. Self-defense, man. Like, I couldn't do anything to save the guy. Like, can I get some water?
Yeah, I'll get you some water. How long were you guys on the floor?
At what point?
How many times did you go to the floor?
I went to a knee probably twice as he was choking me. With just the gun in my hand. As he had me up against the shop door. That's when I started hitting the floor. Like, I didn't have it in me.
So he took you to the ground.
Yeah.
To a knee, as you explained.
As a knee.
Twice while you had the gun.
And he's just choking me with one arm at that point. First it was two, until I clipped him. And then I got to the gun.
Did you guys ever roll around on the floor, or
Nope.
was it just you taking a knee?
Taking a knee.
Okay.
I took a knee, and then I still had the gun. Like, he wasn't getting it. Like, my thumb was literally on the safety trigger. It was still on safety. It was literally 2 seconds that I switched it on fire. It was like, boom, boom, boom. Like, that's it. Like, I explained it 5 times. I can't get no more in detail than that.
Okay. Hey, can you sign this and just date it in time for me so that way when I go over to the shop I can know, like,
Yeah.
today's date.
Yeah, it's
November
11.
14th.
Yeah.
Current time is 8:52 a.m.
So the officer leaves the room. He calls the crime scene. He touches base with the other detectives. And he has some questions because there's some evidence that doesn't match Ryder's story.
Back on tape. Current time is 9:05 a.m. You all right? Got you some water, man.
Thanks.
So I just want to ask you a few more questions, and then,
Damn.
what's wrong?
Oh, when I open my mouth, my temple hurts real bad.
Hey, do you know what kind of ammo was in the shotgun?
No.
You don't?
No, whatever my dad already had loaded in it.
So your dad's the one that loaded the shotgun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his emergency gun.
So you said you made 2 calls from the shop phone, right?
I called I called 911 and then I called my dad.
Okay.
So right after I called you guys, I immediately called him.
Now, is this a hardline phone? Is this a cell phone?
No, it's connected to like a wall.
Okay.
The phone's connected to a wall in the bay.
So you called 911. Did you hang up with 911 before you called your dad?
Yeah, like I just got off. They were like, we're gonna send someone over right away and don't go nowhere. And I said, okay. And then they hung up. And so that's when I called my dad right there. But I didn't even have my cell phone or anything because it just got stolen tonight. So like, I don't even know. Like, I dialed the number so fast and my dad answered. And I was like, the state troopers are on their way. And I might have just killed a guy tonight. And my dad was like, well, you're okay. You're at the shop. I was like, yeah. I said, are you okay? I said, I'm okay. And then he was like, we'll just wait and the cops will be there shortly.
Did y'all talk about anything else?
No, yeah, you know, he was like, it's gonna be okay. Like, he knows I wouldn't just kill someone. You know, like, I never thought I would have to do something like this in my life.
So you call 911.
Mm-hmm.
You call your dad.
Mm-hmm. And then that's it.
Tell me how the conversation went with your dad.
It was, well, he made me feel not too panicked. Because I was in a panic state. I was in a huge panic
As
state.
soon as your dad answered the phone, what did you say?
I was crying. Not much to say. Besides that, you know, the guy's laying on my floor.
So what'd you tell your dad?
He's bleeding out.
What else did you tell him?
That the cops were on the way.
Did you tell him who the guy was?
I didn't even really know the guy. I just said I met him.
Did you tell him why you shot him?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you tell him?
My dad asked, what happened. I said he came at me. And my dad was like, okay, so what happened? And I said I shot him with the shotgun.
Okay. Did you tell him anything else?
He said, what'd you do? And I said I was protecting myself. And I called the state troopers, 911, and he said, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. So I did.
Okay. Did you tell your dad how many times you shot him?
Yeah. 3 times.
You told him 2 times?
3.
3 times?
It was 3, yeah.
What'd your dad say?
When they show up, we'll leave the body there.
Okay.
Because I was trying to bring him back. I mean, it could have probably looked way more f***ed up because I was going to, like, drag him out to the car or some shit. But I was like, you know, I probably shouldn't touch him too much.
Why were you going to drag him out to the car?
Because I was going to try and save his life, dude. Like, what? Why would I just let a guy bleed out like that? Like, I didn't even want to shoot him in the first place. You know? That's why I had the safety on, or I would have just racked him right there for even being on my property, dude. Even though I invited him, he came over. He attacked me in my household.
Tell me how you were feeling when he was coming at you, as you said, or
Look,
choking you.
I wanted him just to leave, man. Just leave. It gave him so many opportunities just to leave. Like when I was in front of my truck and he was behind it, like why didn't he just fucking leave? Like I don't know.
How many times would you say he choked you?
7 times.
About 7 times?
About 7 times.
Okay. The very first time he started choking you, was he choking you with one
Both
hand
hands.
or 2 hands?
Both hands.
Both hands. Now,
It was only both hands at first.
were you guys facing each other or something else?
Oh, we were facing each other.
Okay. And how long did that first time
That
last?
first time, it was a minute.
It was a minute.
That's why I hit him. I hit him because I was blacking out.
Okay, you're blacking out. What'd you think was going to happen?
I thought I was going to die. That was it. Like, and my body's just gonna lay there when I black out. What the f*** is he gonna do?
Okay.
Like-
hit him. You hit him, and then what happened?
And then like I said, I went for my gun to protect myself.
Okay. You get the gun. That's when you ask him to leave.
To leave.
Okay. So he's behind your truck. You're kind of on the side of the driver's side.
Yeah.
He comes and,
Around and just full on lunges.
And what
And I
happens?
still have the gun down. The barrel's pointing on the floor. Like, I gave this guy a chance. Too many warnings.
So what happened the second when he lunges? What happens?
I don't even start racking him. We kind of go at it for a minute. You know, we're pushing the gun. He gets his arm up there and he starts choking me again. I grab his head, and then that was it. I had enough. And I rack him.
How long would you say he was choking you that time?
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
How much pressure would you say?
A lot of pressure. Like, I don't know, this guy was bigger than me, but when he got his hand around my throat, like, he wanted me dead. That's how I felt.
What else were you feeling? Like, tell me what was going through your mind while at the time you shot him. I want to know exactly what was going through your mind. Like, how were you feeling during that time?
I was scared shitless.
Afraid of, I don't want to assume that. You got to tell me what you're afraid of.
I was scared shitless of just anything. Murdering a man. Even if it was self-defense. Like, you don't just take someone's life, dude, and think you're gonna be okay. It don't work like that.
Any other thoughts or feelings?
Like I said before, when he came at me, he came at the intentions of hurting me. Putting harm to me on my property. Like, I can't say nothing. Like, the dude literally made his own fate. And I didn't even want him to die. If he died.
So when he had his hand, when you shot him,
It wasn't even to the heart or anything, dude.
Okay.
It was to the leg.
but what I want to know is when you shot him, tell me exactly where his hand was
On my throat.
on your throat, and tell me exactly what he was doing.
Kind of lunging me back and forth. And that's when I pulled his head down. Like I said, it just took that one switch off safety.
When he had his hand on your throat, was he squeezing?
Yeah.
Could you breathe
Here and there.
here and there?
It was more like like every time he pushed into me, I couldn't, like, get that breath.
And how did you feel at that time before you pull the trigger? Like, tell me what you thought was going to happen.
I thought I was gonna die, dude. Like, I still had the gun on safety as we were wrestling around with the gun.
Okay.
Like, my thumb was on the safety the whole fucking time until I felt necessary that I had to use it, or I wouldn't have used it.
Okay.
If I thought I could just take him with my hands to where I could get away, to where I could call the police in a safe location to make sure I was gonna be safe without him getting my dad's gun and shooting me, trying to get away, to even make a trooper call, to be safe, like, I waited.
Are you having any pain in your neck or throat or anything right
Just my temple, like, it's swollen too, like, you can feel it.
now? So what happened with your temple?
That's when he was just hitting me in the face.
Okay.
That's when we were wrestling for the gun.
Are you willing to do a forensic medical exam?
What's that?
So what happens is whenever there are victims of strangulation, we have a forensic medical exam done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And that just helps determine, like, you know, injuries and things
Okay,
like that.
yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
So what I have here is, this is for Fairbanks Memorial Hospital, right? So I can fill out the top portion up here, but I just need you to sign down here and then date it saying that you're going to give me permission to have the forensic exam done, and
Sweet.
then that I can review all of your medical records related to this.
All right. I agree with that.
Okay.
So sign here and the
Yeah,
date.
sign right there.
Like, honestly, if he never even strangled me, I wouldn't be here today.
So what I'm going to ask for is, just to make sure that we're on the same page, all right, Ryder? I'm going to ask for records involving everything that happened tonight for why you went to FMH. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
I know that I was in FMH because I was going through a hard path in my life.
Right. And so, well, I'm just talking about just related to this incident. That's all. I don't need to get your past records.
Okay.
I just want-
I've only been here in my past for like self problems.
Okay.
In the past, that's why I know a lot of people here.
Okay.
But with him, I just met him today. Like,
Have you ever seen him before?
Never. That's what's got me so, like, kind of traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is just some guy. This is just some guy that just came out of the blue. And I just, like, he's not here anymore.
Right.
Like, he's not here. And I don't even know this guy. Like, what did he know about me? You know, like, did he know about towing and who I was? You know what I mean? Like, everyone knows Ryder and Robert. Like, we help everybody.
So you never called nobody else? You never sent any text messages to nobody else?
No, sir.
You never hopped on a computer or anything like that? All right.
This is the first thing I did after shooting him was throw the gun and call you guys.
All right.
Like, I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
You know? I ain't never did that before. I ain't never had to do nothing like that before unless I'm going grouse hunting for some birds. But, nah, like, I just,
Just to confirm, man, you're not under the influence of anything other than that club drink.
that club drink.
No weed,
No,
no
weed.
marijuana.
Look, if I was smoking weed, I would have told you guys I smoked some weed.
What about prescription meds?
Nope. I haven't been on prescription meds since after the last time at the hospital here, which was last year, and I only took the meds for 2 weeks, and then after that, I didn't take meds no more.
Over-the-counter drugs?
By doctor?
No, like anything store-bought. Like, have you gone in and taken anything?
Dayquil?
Okay. Have you taken that today?
No.
Okay.
I haven't taken Dayquil since the first winter. Like, the first snowfall of this winter.
You mind if I ask you a couple other personal questions?
Sure.
Okay. Have you felt suicidal at all today?
No.
Okay. Have you felt like you wanted to kill somebody today outside of like this? Like before all of this happened, were you ever suicidal or feeling like you wanted to hurt yourself or anybody else today?
No.
Okay. Is there anything that you need to tell me that I haven't asked about that you think might be important?
I've told you everything.
Okay.
The officer leaves the room and once again comes back in with a few more questions.
Hey, Ryder. So I got a couple of guys over there right now at your shop. I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out, right? So let's say this back wall is the bay door, right? And then you got this side of your truck, and then you got the shop truck, so you got a little aisle right here. Where exactly were you standing when you shot him?
When I shot him?
Yeah.
So, like, right about when I was up against the door, like, he swung me around this way, and I backed up, like, 2 steps. And when I backed up those 2 steps, like I said, when he was pushing into me, that's when I grabbed his head. And I pulled him down, and I only had the gun in my right hand the whole time. with my finger on the safety. And then, like, I couldn't take it. Like, I had enough. He had his hand on my throat. He was just squeezing. And I just, 3, 1, 2, and 3.
So you're in between.
Yeah, and I'm now facing, like, his back is towards the bay door, like mine was.
Okay.
But, like, after the third shot, that's when, like, I don't even know if it just ricocheted off the floor. And, like, but it busted through my 12-gallon barrel and the oil started spilling everywhere. That's how I knew I got him. Because I was like, there's oil everywhere. I'm fucking down. He's screaming. And I didn't know what to do. I panicked.
Okay.
I panicked immediately after shooting him. And I immediately got to my phone. Not my cell phone, because I lost that. But my work phone that was connected to the wall.
Whose cell phone is over there on the shop floor? Do you know if that's his or somebody else's?
What phone?
A cell phone?
We're going to talk about that cell phone during the bonus coverage as well. It's a big part of the case.
If it's a iPhone 8 Plus and it's black, that's mine.
Okay.
But if there's another phone, that's not mine.
Okay.
Unless it's a cat phone. If it's a cat phone, that's mine.
Okay. So you're basically, when you shot him, you shooting towards the bay door?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're standing in between
the shop and the shop truck and my truck.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
In the end, surprise, surprise, neither the police nor the judge would believe Ryder's inconsistent versions of the events that took the life of Peter Horace Wright. And boy, oh boy, you better hang around for the bonus coverage, because that added information on the case might help you understand just why nobody believed him. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. I want to thank you for joining me again. If you enjoyed this case, do me a solid. Hit the like button, leave a comment describing your experience, hype the video, and most importantly, share this content with others. You can even share it on your own YouTube channel by creating a post. Leave the link to the video and say what you thought about the case. So no excuse. Quit just calling me at 3 a.m. How about you show me to your friends? I'd really appreciate you giving the channel the extra exposure. Now, for everyone hanging around for the bonus coverage, I'll see you in a second. And for the rest of you, I'll catch you on another episode of They Called Me. Till next time. Thank you so much for hanging out for the bonus coverage. I appreciate you guys doing that. Always great when you guys hang out with me. This case is insane. Okay. It's insane. Ryder, his story didn't match up to the evidence at all. And I intentionally, like I usually do, I tried to let it play out. And then at the end, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the differences. And that's what we're going to do now. So there's a lot of differences in the story, and you're going to hear a lot of differences, and we'll talk about those. I'm going to let the news report play at the end, some of it, and then we'll talk about it.
According to reports, Peter Horace Wright was allegedly shot to death by Ryder Alan Smith at Badger Towing in November of last year. Documents state a cell phone was recovered from the incident, showing a video with Horace Wright holding the phone saying, "This is live, don't, this is live." And Ryder Smith can be seen firing a gunshot into Horace Wright's vehicle.
Surprise, surprise. The shooting of Peter Horace Wright was not inside the building. It was outside. he was in his car when he got shot. That's not all.
At this point, Horace Wright drops the phone, but it continues to record audio. Alaska State Troopers say after the phone is dropped, audio captures the first gunshot, followed by screaming from Horace Wright. A few seconds later, 2 more gunshots are heard. Horace Wright continues to scream and plead for a period of time.
Now, you got that right. Yeah. So the initial shot was caught on camera as he was holding his phone pointing at Ryder, and then he drops the phone, but the phone doesn't shut off. And it records the other gunshots. It records the dialogue. And I couldn't get them suckers to freaking give that stuff to me. But it records the dialogue of the shooting after the fact and him pleading for his life. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking crazy. But that's not all.
Troopers say shortly after the shooting, the garage door was closed, and Ryder Smith calls his father, Robert Smith, one of the owners of Badger Towing. Approximately 11 minutes had elapsed between the shots fired and Ryder Smith calling 911.
Now, this was a big problem for him in this case because he told the trooper, as you heard, that he called 911 first, tried to save him, then he called his father. When in fact, he called his father. He waited 11 minutes, then he called 911. And his dad never called 911 either. People didn't like that. Listen to this.
The family of Peter Horace Wright stood outside the courtroom listening in on audio being played at today's pretrial hearing. Horace Wright's mother, Bernadette Dementiff, is asking for justice for her son and justice brought on to Ryder Smith's father, Robert Smith, who she says never called the police or for help after getting off the phone with his son.
The father needs to be held accountable. He has still, since to this day, has not even reported that the crime. He spent 11 minutes, which I feel is inappropriate. Any decent parent would tell you to call 911.
So I kind of have to agree with the mother. Now, I'll say this. I can't say that the intent of the young man's father was to not report the crime, but I will say the right thing to do is to call the police. I mean, your son just called you, told you that he shot somebody. Son, let's call the police right now. Have you called the police yet? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now, that's not the only thing that's really odd. The odd thing about this case is, as you saw the pictures, this picture right here of the bullet holes that are in the oil drum. There's 4 of them. Okay. They found shells on the inside of the garage. They also found shells outside, by the car. So, and the guy's cell phone was out by the car. So there was clearly a shooting outside, but what about inside? I think my question I'm wondering is, did he grab the gun and go inside and shoot the oil barrels to try to say, this is what happened? Or maybe was he shooting before at some point in time, goofing around? You know, it's kind of weird. But I'm just kind of wondering if he went out of his way to try to cover this up by going inside and shooting. One thing I noticed in the evidence is it didn't look like there had been a shooting inside other than the bullet holes. I didn't see any blood or anything like that. I don't know if they would have cleaned it up. You know, there wasn't anything by the car, so maybe they cleaned it up, or maybe he was in the car and the blood was in the car. I didn't see anything in any crime scene photos. But, definitely wasn't anything in the garage. You would have thought if he got shot with a shotgun multiple times, there might be a little blood around in the garage. Even though there was oil all over the floor, you would think there maybe be a mixture or something. So, yeah, I'm kind of wondering if maybe he went in there and shot the shotgun after the fact. Maybe during that 11 minutes, he talked to his dad. His dad said, hey, I'm not going to blame the dad. I can't accuse the dad of doing something intentionally. He might have just been paralyzed for all I know, paralyzed with fear or whatever. I mean, it was his shop and it's his son and he didn't know what he was going to do. And maybe he just didn't. I don't want to misrepresent what he was thinking. That wouldn't be fair. But we can judge whether it was the right thing or the wrong thing. We just can't judge the intent. So I think the intent's the problem. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? That's freaking insane, man. It's crazy. A lot of lies. And he appealed it and lost the appeal. So he's still in prison. He got, I don't think I said during the case, he got 60 years with 20 years suspended and he was he had to serve 40, so he'll be in there for a while. Thanks so much for watching me again, and I'll see you guys soon.